All right, good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to today's exclusive webinar, Stäubli Solar Connectors, Small Components, Big Impact, proudly presented by Nastec in partnership with Stäubli. My name is Olivia Nambeja, sales representative from Nastec Solar Workspace, and it's my pleasure to host you today. We are excited to have an excellent lineup of speakers with us today. First and foremost, Engineer Norman from Nastec. Engineer Norman, please.
Hi, Olivia. Hi, all.
Thank you, Engineer Norman. And then we have also Engineer Jan. Engineer Jan, please.
Hello, everyone. This is Jan from Stäubli.
Thank you, Engineer Jan. And then lastly, we've got Ms. Zainab. Hi, Ms. Zainab, please.
Hello to everyone. Thanks for this webinar. I had to close the mic so that there was no echo, so I didn't hear you. But I'm handling that right away. Hello to everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Zainab. All right, so before we begin, to our guests, please feel free to drop your questions in the chat portal throughout the session. Our speakers will address them during the question and answer segment at the end. Once again, I thank you for joining us. So without further delay, I would like to hand over the mic to Engineer Norman to kick off the session, please.
Thank you, Olivia. Thank you all for joining us on the webinar with the Stäubli. I would like first to introduce our company, then I will give the mic to Engineer Jan. Let me start. Nastec established in 2010 in Dubai. Our headquarters in Dubai. We have also office in Istanbul and office in Namibia. We established in 2010. We start in oil and gas business. Then in COVID time 2019, we add a solar business to our portfolio. So we are 15 years in power business, we can say, and in solar business, 6 years. For Nastec, as I mentioned earlier, our headquarters in Dubai. We have also 2 warehouses in Jebel Ali Free Zone. One warehouse for dangerous goods and one warehouse for non-dangerous goods. Also, we have office and warehouse in Istanbul in Turkey. We have also office and warehouse in Namibia, Walvis Bay, South Africa. So our territory as a distributor, all Africa, all Middle East, Turkish market, also CIS country, Russian-speaking country like Ukraine, Armenia, Georgia, etc. For the brand that we are main distributor and golden partner, for panels we are distributor with tier 1 brand like Longi, Jinko, Ulica, all big player on solar panels. For battery, we just deal with lithium batteries like Dynis is top 5 on the world. Wico, Italian brand, first manufacturer on the world. They have dual voltage technology. EVE battery, the leader of lithium battery technology. Also for inverter, we have Solis, Huawei, Jebel. Jebel, not just inverter, Jebel also including inverter, battery, and air condition. For MC4 connector, for sure, Stäubli is our partner, and we are big partner with the Stäubli. Also for weather station, we have Rainways, is US company. This is a brief about our company. If you have any question, you can contact us. This is the contact number in Dubai and in Istanbul. Also, you can send us any requirement by email. This is our also website, nastecsolar.com. I will now give the mic to Mr. Jan so we can start our webinar and talk more about Stäubli MC4 connector. Engineer Jan.
Thank you very much, Numan. Now I am also sharing my screen. Welcome everyone, this is Jan from Stäubli, and today I would like to talk to you about the importance of connectors in PV systems and also our brand Stäubli. This is our agenda for today. I will talk about our group. We will see some failures in PV systems. We will see some case studies and impact of these cases. And I will talk to you about some main risks. And we will also see some case study about the cross connection. And we will end. Firstly, I would like to mention about our Stäubli group. We are a Swiss company. We are based in Switzerland. We have 4 divisions. These divisions are electrical connectors, fluid connectors, robotics, and textiles. Actually, we are more than 130 years old company, and our company started as a textile machine manufacturer in Switzerland. But now we are active on all 4 divisions. Actually, in PV industry, we have more than 25, almost 30 years of experience. And worldwide, we have 6,000 employees in 28 countries. And until today, in the presentation, it says 835 giga, but today it's more than 1,000 gigawatts of PV connected with our MC4 connectors. And actually, I would like to talk to you about our products. Our products are proven reliable. We have less risk, higher return, economic value added by product and service solutions. We have the industrial know-how, in-house production. We produce everything in-house and engineered to order. Original MC4 undisputed benchmark, and we have a strong EBOS portfolio. And our products proven product reliability, testing, and we test beyond the norm. And when it comes to services, we have a customer services worldwide. We have the global presence, and our product is always available. We have a non-stop production, and we have in this business almost for 30 years. We have the guarantee and we have the education. Our figures, as I said in this presentation, the global PV capacity end of 2022, but we are now, as you know, in 2025. The global installed capacity is almost around 2000 giga, and 1000 gigawatt of this installed capacity has installed with our connectors. So half of the installed capacity around the world has installed with our connectors. And our connectors impact on climate change, as you can see on the right hand side of the screen. It's equal to 340 million trees could be planted each year. 290 million cars can be eliminated off the road, and we have also this kind of advantages. And I would like to talk to you about some failures in PV systems. Failures in the PV systems are a daily issue and fairly common for PV plant owners and operators. Many of them struggle with the consequences of these failures. And underestimate the role the right connectors can play in preventing them. You can't manage the unknown. The biggest challenge in the market is lack of knowledge about electrical systems. Right now, you can see a fire. This is something we don't want, actually. And this is another fire from another plant. This lack of knowledge includes components and their technology, norms, materials, production, and processes. But it doesn't stop at that. Also, the relevance of proper connections and installation for the long-term success of a PV system is a little known. This means that technical issues and their root cause are rarely analyzed, and therefore the consequences and risk on the safety efficiency are unknown or underestimated. This results in EBOS components failures as well as higher costs and losses. Now we are seeing some don't do situations in PV plants. The errors made in the installation of a PV system are manifold and make it a ticking time bomb in respect to breaking or even a fire. What we see most commonly is that wrong tool for the EPCs use the wrong tool for installation, and this is not something we would like to have, and this causes inappropriate assembly, and in the end of the day you may have some situation or even fires, unfortunately. You see in this slide, connectors, cables directly placed on the roof or the ground surface. You shouldn't do that actually. The connectors has to be in the air. It must not touch the ground, and it does not be very close to the module actually. Cross connection is a big problem for us. For economic or other reasons, connectors from different manufacturers are connected to each other, which has a negative impact on conductivity and temperature. And this temperature rises can be so high, and in the end of today, again, you may have very high temperatures and even a fire risk. And as you can see the results, I set fire more than 2 or 3 times, but you can see results in these pictures. This is something nobody wants actually. I would like to talk to you about some case studies in PV systems. This is a system from Latin America. This inspection it was 6 months of inspection, and the results show how a small component can have many far-reaching consequences in various topics, from service and maintenance to legal claims. As you can see, the failure pattern is broken burnt connectors, but it was several per week, and because of that, we had low voltage inverters caused by connectors. The solution was replacing the failed connectors, and this is an extra cost for the plant owner. And consequences, they had some performance losses, extra service or repair costs, connector insurance claim to module maker, and warranty claim to EPC for improper installation. So if you have such problems, everyone blames another one, unfortunately. And financial impact, they had some downtime and service and repair costs. And this is from another system. This is a bigger system. It's a 1000 megawatt system, and there were 3,112 panels, and all of them are affected. And it demonstrates how failures tend to be widespread across the site. Under these conditions, service and maintenance are very challenging, as the technicians literally need to be everywhere at once to keep the PV plant running with the best possible output. And furthermore, the number of failures tend to grow considerably in relation to the size of the plant, which of course is a serious issue in large plants. You might ask yourself how PV failure can be minimized, and so does the European Commission. That is why it has launched the Solar Bankability project by the European Commission's Horizon 2020 program. It defines common practice for professional risk assessments to reduce risks for investments in PV projects. And as you can see, the top failures in PV systems, first and second one are about connectors. The first one is about wrong absent cable connection, and second one is broken burnt connectors. 74% of all issues were located in DC distribution section of PV systems. DC distribution issues are more likely to present safety risks than issues in any other section of the system. Inverters often appear to cause PV system problems. They are usually the primary source of energy yield data and error messages when PV systems trip and shut down. Yet, on-the-ground data reveals that inverters are rarely the root cause of downtime. So, as you can see, the biggest issue in here is all about DC distribution. And as you can see, 33% of the common issue is DC distribution, the field-made connectors, wire management, and factory-made connectors. These are the top three issues that we see. Field-made connectors are the most issue-prone components of PV systems. Identifying and remediating compromising field-made connectors is so critical for safety. They can trigger PV system fires by overheating, by creating arc and ground fault conditions. Therefore, this is a big problem, and it must be dealt with. And this is the Clean Energy Associates made a survey about top 10 PV safety concerns. Over 600 rooftops, and the majority says that the biggest safety concerns are all about connectors. The highest rate has the cross-mated connectors, and then poor terminations, improper assembled connectors. We see that cables on sharp edges all the time. This is another concern. And broken damaged connectors and water ingress. And now we are trying to see the impact. Cable and connector have a huge financial impact, which is measured in euro kilowatt per year. And as you can see, the cable connector has the highest financial impact on a PV system. And the top one is absent cable connection and broken burnt connectors. The price of that can be so high. So the main risk in PV systems are all about connectors and cabling. You might wonder why connectors and the whole electrical balance of system can have this big impact. Actually, when you have bad EBOS components and bad connectors, the contact resistance goes so high all the time, and at the end you have so high temperatures, and sometimes the temperatures can cause fires, and this can happen so often. Higher contact resistance, higher temperature and power loss, increasing contact resistance, higher temperature and power loss, and connector failure and downtime. Actually, these two things trigger themselves all the time. So with our connector, we have low contact resistance all the time, and if you want to look long-term reliability about our connectors, and as I said in the beginning, we have a 30-year of knowledge about this market, and we produce the half of the connectors in the world, so we have long-term reliability and high efficiency. Now you can see the consequences of connector failures. Level 1 is not that scary actually, increasing some contact resistance and hotspots, and the result of this is some performance losses and safety risks. And at level 2 you see some connector failures, and it may cause some downtimes, higher losses and service costs. And at level 3 you have to have detection and replacements, and this is even more higher service and replacements cost. And level 4 is fire, and this is the scariest one actually. And with the fire you may have damage for the other components or other systems. And level 5 is liability, maybe some legal disputes actually. So leverage on levelized cost of energy. You always want to have a low capex when you first invest at something, but having a low capex may cause having a higher opex actually. If you want to compare to other costs in the PV systems, cables make up for only 1%, and connectors is only 0.03% of total initial costs. Therefore, if you try to keep the costs low by choosing a competitive connector 30% cheaper, you only save 0.01% of total cost. So actually this means nothing for the whole system. You will save so little, but in the end you may face with much higher costs. EBOS failure is a fairly common and important problem, because one simple equation is often either unknown or neglected. So in capex, if you have a low capex and if you choose bad connectors or bad cablings, at opex stage you may have higher risks, higher costs, and downtime, maybe some downtimes, unfortunately. And the worst thing actually can happen is fire or legal disputes. Actually, industry requires safe, reliable, cost-effective, easy, and available products. As I mentioned, we have a 30-year of experience in solar business. We provide all of these requirements for the customers, and we have a long-lasting durability. In harsh environmental conditions, our connectors work perfectly, and our plastic part is very good, and it can handle mechanical stresses. And when you buy our connectors, it's a carefree product. You don't have to go in the field and look for the connectors. And this is our connectors anatomy actually. As you can see, there's a cap nut and there's a sealing inside the cap nut, and we have the metal part socket. In that metal part socket, we have a MULTILAM, which is our unique design. It's our connectors always based on MULTILAM technology, and you can see the socket insulator and in the end O-ring. This is the female side of the connector. On the right hand side you can see also the male side. And MULTILAM contact technology ensures a perfect and reliable connection in various positions. As seen in thermal imagery, it keeps operating temperatures low as contact resistance is constantly low. The MULTILAM contact technology is the core of the all Stäubli electrical connection solutions, and as such also the key for the contact quality of the original MC4 of Stäubli. And this is the laboratory results from for the contact resistance. The MC4 connector demonstrates low contact resistance in laboratory results. It ran over 10,000 cycles, representing roughly 20 years. And as you can see, the contact resistance almost stayed the same for 20 years or 10,000 cycles. And we also can see that in field results, and field results also say the same thing. The competitive products show a considerable increase of temperature over a 10,000 runtime. So when you have a low quality connector, in the time you may have a higher resistance, and this resistance may cause fire or some safety risks. But as you can see at the bottom, our connector always almost stay the same, and it's the safest solution for PV systems. I would like to talk to you about some cross connection. We always hear in the market some terms like MC4 compatible, but there is only one MC4, to be honest, and I would like to talk to you about this. Is so important, and the thermal image shows the increasing operating temperature of a mismated connection and compares it to the connection quality of the original MC4. As you can see on the left, after 5 minutes the connector almost melted, but in the right side you can see our MC4 connector and stays the same. It's all okay, but in the cross connected connector, the power loss is more than 10 times than the MC4 connector, and the temperature is more than 200 Celsius degrees. So it's a very important and bad thing to have. Actually, you can see all norms in this slide, but none of them guarantees nothing when you have a cross-connected connectors. So according to these norms, you always have to have same male and same female parts of a connector. So there is no compatibility, no certification for cross connection. And aside from the technical risks, there are specific legal risks, and cross connection is not certified. There is absolutely no compatibility, no warranty or guarantee whatsoever. And crimping is a very important thing for the PV systems, and it actually a correct crimped must be for the correct crimping. You have to have right crimping tools, and if you don't crimp our connectors with our tool, we cannot guarantee. We cannot give any guarantee about the connectors, and the crimping must be made by the experienced installer, and this is also a very important thing. Here you can see some examples of incorrect cabling management, and definitely resulting in higher contact resistance and failures. Let's talk more about cross connection. Sorry. This laboratory testing run on connections 5 years after commissioning shows great results. The contact resistance on original MC4 PV connector is at low 532 micro ohm, as you can see. The average resistance is at 530 micro ohm, but the contact resistance on cross-mated connectors is around 6,800 micro ohms, which is so high, and this may cause some performance losses and very high temperatures and maybe a fire. And this is about insulation resistance. As you can see, if you connect MC4 connectors together, the insulation level is around 1660 mega ohms. Norm limit is around 400, but if you have a cross-mated connector, it's around 0.06 mega ohm, which is not okay. In summary, the capex with our connectors, your capex is optimized. Maybe we are not the cheapest solution, but we are the safest solution. So in capex, the cost of our connector may be a little high, but in the OPEX, you won't see any problem caused by our connectors. And in the end, you won't lose any money or you won't have any safety risks or whatsoever. And in conception, by creating system designs, specifications, and contracts with balanced levelized cost of energy, by using components with optimal parameters on performance, processes, partner track record, reputation, bankability, and factory audit. By working with these kind of partners, you have the best approach, and in the end, you won't have any other problems. And this is all from my side. If you have any other questions, I would gladly try to answer them.
Thank you so much, Jean. Appreciate your presentation. I have one question. Maybe until our customer also they ask you. Jean, you mentioned about the safety for sure, and it's important things for the any project, any big project, that safety he need to keep her project safety. But also if we think about commercial, and for example, we say we have 20 mega project. So if we use cheap MC4, I think also it will affect the efficiency of the power generation. Because,
exactly.
Yeah. So do you have like any idea maybe what the losses will be if we use cheap MC4, like what the percentage approximately?
Actually, approximately I cannot say, but our contact resistance on MC4 or EVO2 is around 0.20 micro ohm. So our competitors mostly have like 0.5. So it is more than double from us. So the losses is all about the resistance. So I cannot say right now any percentage, but I can say that their resistance is so high, therefore the losses must be so high. But after our meeting, I will try to collect and share some informations regarding this issue. No problem.
Sure. We can also share this all the details with our customer.
Yeah, no problem.
There is one question I think from.
Yeah.
I think he want to talk. Let me just maybe put him unmute. Mr. Kapdevi, can you hear me? Because you raised your hand, so. Maybe if you cannot quote, sir, you can write your question on the chat. We can read it, and Mr. John can answer all the question. Because I tried to unmute you, but it's still, I think, muting.
Actually, he can unmute himself. He's not blocked or anything. Yeah, while waiting, Canbay, thank you very much for the presentation.
Thank you.
I have also a couple of questions. This is Gökçe Turgay. I'm from NASDAQ. And thanks for your time and energy preparing such a nice presentation and highlighting all the ups and downs of the connectors, which is normally neglected. I want to start first with the fact that we are operating mostly our headquarters in Dubai, so we are serving Middle East and Africa. And you know, Turkey is a compared to here is in a kind of cooler climate, but this is today is the end of October, so it's almost November. And while you are doing your presentation, my eye was on the weather, the temperature, where we are now. It is even now almost November, 34 degrees while you were doing your presentation. And we know, I mean, Longi is a good partner that we also do webinar and presentation with them to our bigger customers for, you know, megawatt and above investments. And then in the region, they say the panels surface temperature, because the black object goes beyond 70 degrees in a hot day. So I cannot imagine, like, if the panel is 70 degrees, few centimeters down the connectors, what temperature they are going to reach without even the resistance, without even the electricity running through them. So when you show it is really important, and I hope that our customers will, you know, think about it when they are investing in such a important, you know, component. It's like you have the best maybe plane, but you didn't buy the parachute because it's expensive. You know, this kind of logic we are facing here. My question is, now you mentioned that cross mating, cross connection, and I cannot help but want to ask, when we are selling or when the customers are buying PV modules, solar panels, all those PV modules are coming with some sort of connectors. So we generally sell the long cable here, 1.2, 1.4 meter, and it comes MC4 equivalent. We don't know what that is. They don't reveal. It's not definitely not Staubli. So what is your suggestion? Because, okay, panel to panel it will go and it's on the string, but at one point that string will connect to the
Inverter.
cable to go to the inverter, right?
Yeah.
Or a combiner box. So what is your suggestion, like, to replace at least the last connector before MC4, so that the both ends will be MC4? How do you go around this problem?
Actually, all of the biggest module makers, module manufacturers are our partners, actually. If you ask them a module with Stäubli connectors, they will provide it to you. This is the first solution and the best solution for me, because as I said in the presentation, for us there is no such thing as MC4 compatible or MC4 equivalent, because every connector has its own unique technology, and on the outside it seems like they are well connected, it's okay, but in the inside you never know how the electricity goes on these connectors. So my suggestion is that you ask for the module makers to produce modules with our connectors. This is the best way, and maybe some of them does not want to do that because they have their own connectors, but if you resist, you will have this modules with Evo2 or MC4 connectors.
I see. All right. Well, we'll definitely gonna suggest, but Longi is or Jinko is if they are your customer, that's great. If not, they are like 120 gigawatt module manufacturers per year.
Yeah.
You know, that for them it will be, I think, a very big decision to change the
Actually,
connector. Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting, but in some markets, we work with them very close. For example, in the US market, almost all market uses Stäubli connectors, but in China, they are also our competitors. So we work with them, but in the meantime, they are our competitors. But as I said, if you ask them about the modules with Stäubli connectors, you won't have a problem.
Got it. Mr. Kapildev is asking, what is the warranty of MC4 connectors?
1 year.
1 year.
Yes.
All right. And I have another question. We discussed and we jumped right into the, the failure points, case studies. Would it be possible to show us the MC4 and the Evo, the 1500 volt version? So because new panels are bigger in size and watt, so that the average volt and average current is higher than maybe a few years back. So maybe our customers and EPCs wouldn't know, like there are two actually different MC4s available now to buy.
Of course, just give me a second. I am opening the catalogs and
Sure.
I will also share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
And this is the MC4 catalog. MC4 is actually our trademark. Everyone knows MC4. When you ask for a connector, you just say, do you have MC4? You don't say connector. It's very common in the market. The biggest difference between MC4 and the MC4 Evo 2 is the voltage level. And in UL, they have, in United States, they have the same voltage level, but in Europe, in IAC, the voltage level of MC4 is 1000 volts, but the voltage level of MC4 Evo 2 is 1500 volts. So as you said, the modules are getting bigger, voltages go up constantly. This is kind of this MC4 now they are using it on rooftops mainly. On the field, most of the EPCs prefer Evo 2. And this is the technical data of MC4. As you can see, the voltage level is 1000 volt and the maximum contact resistance is 0.25. And now I'm going to the Evo 2. As I said, Evo 2 can work on 1500 volts, and the resistance is a little lower on Evo 2, 0.2 microohms. And by the way, this is a good point. I should say that you can use our products, all them together. For example, if you have a male MC4 and female Evo 2, you can connect them. We guarantee everything. When you use everything within the Stäubli group, we always guarantee it. I mean, we have some other connectors also, by the way. For example, MC4 Evo Ready. Evo Ready is a connector that does not need crimping. And
that's interesting. Can we have a look if you have it?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Just a
and if possible, could you please also show the inline fuses, because this product is also not much known, and that it can save a lot of hassle.
Just
our
give me a
customers.
second. Sorry for.
Yeah, when you're looking for it, our customer, Mr. Kapil Dev, is now worried about the crimping tool. So when you show, if you can have a look at the available Staubli crimping tool, that and what is the
Of
difference,
course.
because he's worried if we use ours, but the original MC4 it doesn't mean that it will not crimp correctly. I think it's a very valid question.
Actually, I would like to thank him for the question, and I don't want to upset him, but we always ask our customers to crimp with our tools. If you don't crimp with our tools, we cannot give you any warranty or guarantee whatsoever. So I suggest them to have our tools when they crimp. This is very important.
Yeah.
And just a second. And this is, you can see, right?
Not now, just you.
Just, sorry.
Sure.
Now?
Yep.
This is MC4 Evo Ready. And as I said, with this connector, you don't need crimping. You just strip the cable and put the cable inside of the connector, and you hear a small click voice, and then you're good to go. This connector operates at 1500 volts also. And this is also IP68. The customers always ask about the IP level of this connector. And this is the technical data. And technically, actually, this is a great product because it saves so much time and crimping process. As Stäubli, we always suggest crimping. Crimping is the best way to connect connectors. But this is a good and quick solution for the customers. And as I said, you can make them with any other connectors in Stäubli MC4 family. And there are 4 and 6 square millimeter. There are 4 and 6 square millimeter cables only. On the other modules, we have 2.5, 4, 6, and 10s. And this is for only 4 and 6 square millimeter. This is our tools and accessories catalog. Actually, I suggest everyone to have at least one tool case. This product is so good, and this has so much quality. I mean, if you buy it, you will probably use it for 10-15 years. You won't have any problem. And inside this tool case, we have crimping pliers. This is the most important tool in the whole case, actually. And as I said, we can understand, by the way, if you crimp with our crimping pliers or not. This is so easy to understand because when you crimp with our connectors, it leaves a little mark on the connector, some like a letter B. So it's so easy to understand. And we have stripping pliers, and this is also a very good product for stripping the cable. Open-end spanner sets and unlocking tool, because sometimes our customers may need unlocking tools. This is also very good and important product. We have the cable cutter and torquing tool. The torquing tool is very important because when you did the crimping, you did everything right, but in the end you have to squeeze the cap nut, the little thing on the connector. So we always suggest around 2.5 or 3 Newton meters for torquing, but with hand it's so hard to do it. when you have the torquing tool, you just twist the cap nut, and in the end you also hear a click from the torquing tool, and after that you are good to go. This is also a very good product. This is how it looks actually when you buy the tool case. We have the stripping pliers, crimping pliers, stripping pliers, torquing tool, and everything. And this is the testing plugs, by the way. In the end, you can test your crimping or your connectors if they are good to go or not. And it's so easy to do. This is for the UL market. And lastly, just a second. This is our inline fuses and vice splitters. These are also very popular in the markets. And as you know, with vice splitters, you have 2 female size or 1 male and vice versa. And this way, in theory, you have less cabling, so it reduces cabling costs. And as you know, the inputs of inverters are limited. If you have that kind of problem, you may also use vice splitter. And inline fuses. We have inline fuses for all different amperage levels actually. This is you can see my mouse probably. We have solutions from 4 amps to 30 amps. The customer should choose the right amperage level, and this is also a very good and safe product for the PV plants, because sometimes over amperage may cause very bad situations. And we also have vice splitters with inline fuses, all mixed up. And also you have to choose the right amperage level. And these are the main products actually.
All right, thank you very much. I think this answers the question of our customer.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions from our audience? All right. Zeynep Hanım, you are watching this. You are the master of this. You didn't say a word to us. Do you want to add something before we close it?
Yeah, yes, of course. First of all, I want to thank John for giving the webinar, and I hope it has been explanatory. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us, or I mean, all you also have connections with Nasdaq, and you can always contact Stäubli as well for any technical questions. Connectors are very small, but as John explained, they are very important for the solar installation, and we really should take care of it. That's more or less what I will say. And I also want to thank you for giving this chance to give this webinar. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. I want to add one last thing, maybe Olivia and Naman, before you close. The Stäubli connectors, thanks to the new management of Stäubli, before it was big order quantities like 5,000 minimum order or 1,000 minimum order. Now the pack sizes are very flexible. There are a few hundred pieces as an option. And generally speaking, MC4 and the Evo 2, 4.6 is one model and 10 square millimeters another model. Generally speaking, for quite big sizes, they are always either with us in stock or with Stäubli in stock, which we bring with air cargo. So it doesn't have a too long of a delivery time, even if we don't have it. we will make it available maybe within 1 week or 10 days. But of course, for any quotation or any delivery, actual delivery time, please contact us so we can give you the actual and accurate timing if you are planning for your project. Thank you very much, Zeynep Hanım. Thank you very much, Can Bey. Yeah, Naman.
Thank
Olivia, back to
you,
you.
Ms. Zainab. Thank you, Engineer Jan.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Gökçe Bey, and thank you, Engineer Numan. Take care.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.